And welcome back to the 2015 Midwest Showdown. I'm Marcus Burnett. Got the pleasure of calling live action between the host, All-Ohio Black, and the Michigan Battlecats. As we are underway, looks like the first possession is going to be had by All-Ohio as they're able to get the tip, hooks with it, swings it over to the wing. Yeah, hard with it, over the hooks. Now they get it to the free throw line. A little high-low action going in there. Wheeling and dealing on the inside and getting an early trip to the free throw line is going to be number 22, Samari Mowbray. So Mowbray going to shoot our first free throws of the contest. Misses both of them. Battlecats with the rebound, but that's before the ball is stolen by Sierra Hook. She kicks it to the corner for a three. That one's too strong, too long, and here come the Battlecats the other way. Battlecats swinging it up top. It's going to be deflected, and it looks like we're going to have a steal. Coming down on the other end and finished. The steal and the score there by number 3, Amani Burke. So Burke makes it a 2-0 ball game, but coming right back at him, there's an elbow jumper. Good for the Battlecats. That's number 32. Don't see number 32 on the roster. No name on the back of the jersey either, so we'll have to make that halftime adjustment to get that information for you. But it's a 2-2 ball game. Fouled on the shot there and headed to the free throw line. That is number 5. And surprise, surprise, that name and number's not on the roster either. So that'll be another name. That'll be another homework assignment that we'll add to the list once we get a break there at halftime. Splits the pair of free throws. And we've got a 3-2 ball game here early on. Plenty of time left. 14 minutes, 30 seconds and counting left to play here in the first half. As you can see, there's a shot clock here at the Midwest Showdown, as always, as the case every year. 30-second shot clock. Can make for a very, not only fun pace as far as us spectators are concerned, but from a development standpoint, can also help these players and teams get used to having to produce with the shot clock. Producing there on that three-pointer is number 5 for the Battlecats. Five to 2 with the Battlecats leading here early on. Cross-court pass over to Hooks. Hooks with the floater, gets the bounce. Sierra Hooks makes it a 5-4 game. Battlecats get it over to the corner, turning that corner and getting it to go on the inside. That's number 34. It's Maddie Daly. Daly with the Daly double there to make it a 4-7 ball game. We'll have our first timeout of the game. It's 7-4. We'll take a timeout with them. When we get back, we'll bring you more here live from the Midwest Showdown. Back out of the timeout, All-Ohio with the ball. I'm Marcus Burnett. Pleasure of being joined by Jonathan Hemingway here. Hemi, we've got the host, All Ohio, taking on the Battlecats of Michigan here on our third webcast of the day.
Marcus, glad to be back with you here on the SUVtv. The Midwest Showdown, it is a staple of the travel circuit. We've been here for several years in a row now, and once again, All Ohio, like you said, the host team, coming with a very talented squad that competes on the EYBL circuit.
It's a 7-4 advantage in favor of the Battlecats. Off the mark on that shot. Going to be pulled out of there by Amani Burke. Should get it ahead to Ahart. Hooks with the skip pass. Burke gets it to the corner. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. We're going to see a little bit of a 2-3 zone being played here by the Battlecats. Money on the shot from the corner. That's Samari Mowbray.
Now, one good thing that Coach Bethea has going for him with this squad is they're a relatively young squad. You mentioned Mowbray, Valencia Myers, who is not actually with the squad here today, Nia Ahart, Sierra Hooks. You know, all of these kids are underclassmen. But they're playing on the nation's largest stage, as I mentioned before, on the EYBL circuit. So they might take a couple of lumps here this year, but for sure they're going to be one of the tougher ones in the future.
Ahart gets the floater to go. Ahart with added responsibility here for this particular lineup for Coach J.B. Bethea, but always been a capable player that he trusts on the floor, even over the past couple years. Getting the offensive rebound and scoring it, Audrey Tomaszewski. She makes it a 9-8 ball game there with that deuce. Mowbray in the corner, just knocked the jumper down from there. Nearly turns that one over, but Ahart saves the day. They'll set it back up. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Hooks to Ahart. She'll try to three. Can't get it to go, and it's going to be last touched by the Battlecats, so it will stay with All Ohio. We have 4 subs coming in for All Ohio Black. It's going to include number 4, Destiny Perkins. Number 2, Chantel Bostic. Nice pass off the drive. Bostic can't get the shot to go. That was number 0, Victoria Morris there, who drove and dished that one. Bostic couldn't get the layup. The score is still 8-9. 10 minutes, 30 seconds and counting left to play here in the first half. Battlecats trying to claw away at it. They actually had a 1-point advantage early on. But All Ohio settling in. They got a couple substitutions to see if they can pick the pace up even more. Moving the ball, using that height on the inside. We're going to have a trip to the free throw line there for Tyler Bennett. You can definitely see Bennett being a problem, even if it's just the airport test. I mean, visually, when you look at the size of this Battlecats lineup, you look at Tyler Bennett's size, could definitely pose a problem for the Battlecats as this game continues.
For sure, and when you look at a numbers standpoint, the Battlecats maybe a little bit outnumbered here, not only with numbers of players, but also just sheer amount of bodies along the front line. Coach Bethea's team, very balanced, has several very talented guards. We mentioned Nia Ahart a moment ago, Chantel Bostic, of course, and then you look along the front line, they have a number of very capable athletes. So the Battlecats here have their work cut out for them.
As we resume play from the timeout. Bennett's at the free throw line. In and out there on the first free throw. The conditioning battle / fatigue factor, always something that you keep an eye on as the game continues. The Battlecats able to hold true to their mascot name and battle back and forth here over the first few minutes, but it could definitely be a battle of attrition when you look at the numbers that All Ohio has as well as the talent. And the fact that the Battlecats only have 6 players there, so we'll see if that actually takes a toll. A lot of times you see teams with not as many players, but a well-conditioned lineup that is really able to kind of stand the test of time that a game can have. So it will be an interesting dynamic to watch. Meanwhile, it is a 1-point game, and that advantage is held by the Battlecats here early on. That three-pointer from the corner is off the mark. Bennett with the rebound. Bennett flashes there to the free throw line, gets it. Nice defense by the Battlecats. She'll kick it out. Here's a three-pointer on the way. Off the mark there for Morris. Second chance is no good, but it's going to be tipped out. We'll see if the third time's the charm. It's off the mark as well. All Ohio Black Paint volleyball. And Hemi, we talked about some of the Midwest Showdown alumni, or I guess alma maters or graduates, as you would say. You see Kelsey Mitchell down there working the score clock. There for Coach J.B. Bethea and the All-Ohio staff.
Yeah, an alumni of All-Ohio. I also saw Kelsey's sister, Chelsea, twin sister, I might add. Both attend Ohio State University. Kelsey just finished a terrific freshman campaign for the Buckeyes. One of the nation's leading scorers, and you're going to continue to hear a lot about Kelsey and probably a potential, All-American candidate in her future collegiate years.
Is it safe to say anything we see as far as she's concerned with accolades down the road, I don't think any of us would be surprised by any of it. Definitely respectful of those accomplishments, but when you look at it, as talented and as cool of a customer as she was on the levels that we watched her on, her success won't be a surprise to any of us.
No question. Always one of the most dynamic scorers that we had ever seen. Could be a point guard, could distribute, could create plays. Just one of those ball players. I don't think that there's a given. She might be a point guard, but she could play a shooting guard. Heck, she could even play a power forward if you needed to. And those are usually the best type of players, the players without a position.
Bostic misses that shot. Another offensive rebound for All Ohio. They're moving it around. Perkins going to try a three-pointer. Actually, that was Morris that just missed off on the three-pointer. Here comes Tomaszewski the other way. She misses it. And All Ohio is back off to the races. Cuffing the ball and going through the lane, leaving it just short, though, there. Was Morris. As this pace is up and down. Three-point advantage for the Battlecats. Not sure if this pace is really going to play to their benefit, though, given the numbers.
Just 6 people in the book here today for the Battlecats. You see another turnover in a 2-on-1 situation. Good decision there. But you got to give the Battlecats a lot of credit, thus far, hanging in here. Certainly making a game of it early, but as you said, the pace of play could become an issue later on.
It's now a 1-point game. Battlecats still holding on to a 1-point advantage. Turning the corner there, but having it knocked out of play. There's number 13. We'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
I think that might be London Barber. if I'm looking right in the book, we've got a missing number in our roster. But that would make sense. She makes the first and makes the second as well. And like you said, Battlecats hanging tough here, up 3 points. They're showing here early that they don't really care, you know, about the name on the front of the jersey. You know, when it comes to All Ohio, they're here to compete and win.
Can definitely respect it. Making that a tough shot there for Perkins. Maddie Daly going to get called for the foul there. Looked like just both her and Hooks were going for it, and she was able to snatch it away. Going to be called for the foul there, though. So it will stay with All Ohio. They get it to the corner. Baseline drive, easy layup. Number 10, Michaela Cobb.
Cobb, no stranger to the SUVtv nor to back home at our home site, Peach State basketball tournaments. Cobb has already given her verbal commitment to West Virginia University. 6 foot forward. You can see the versatility of Cobb. You know, she can rebound on the interior, but she can also face up and slash to the basket. And it's that type of skill that's going to have her suiting up for the Mountaineers for years to come.
As you see Cobb guarding the ball there, they threw it backcourt. Battlecats go back and get it, but Cobb, a big reason why they turn it over there. She bore down on the ball handler. It'll be a foul against the Battlecats. All Ohio will retain possession. You see Destiny Perkins up there directing traffic here against this zone. Three-pointer trying to shoot him out of it there. Victoria Morris with the three.
Morris, a new name for us, but she's about to become a household name shooting like that. And speaking of household names, Michaela Cobb comes up with the steal and the assist.
Makes it a 13-17 ball game in the process. As it looks like we're going to have a timeout. We look back at some of the top plays that have happened up to this point. See that nice baseline drive. Cobb was able to use the shot fake, get to the rack easy. And 2 of 2, Hemi. I'll let you take this one.
Oh, this is three-point bucket on the way, and a nice assist from Destiny Perkins. And the three-point jumper there by Victoria Morris.
We stand at a 17-13 ball game. Battlecats had a 1-point advantage for a good portion of this first half up to this point, but you can see All Ohio circling the boat, so to speak. Hook's going to be called for a travel there, so it'll go back over to the Battlecats. 6 minutes, 9 seconds and counting left to play here in the first half. Ball knocked away. Cobb comes away with it. Looking to attack, sidesteps. Kicks it over to Perkins. Perkins, easy bucket on the inside.
Good execution of the fast break there, and Cobb nearly comes up with another steal.
That one's blocked. Bostic able to keep it in bounds. Looking to push it all the way the other way. Nice footwork, too strong on the layup though. And here come the Battlecats. Six-point advantage for All Ohio. They try to work it inside. Nearly stolen, but Battlecats able to retain possession. Daly picks up her dribble, but kicks it to the corner. Here's Barber for three. No good on the shot, and we're going to have a shot clock violation. Ball never touched the rim. Checking back into the game for All Ohio to be number 22, Samari Mowbray. .459 remaining here in the first half. It is a 6-point game. All Ohio threatening to change that number as we speak. Ball's going to be loose, stolen, picked up by Harper. Cobb unable to keep it in bounds. London Barber with that last steal. Barber catches the inbound pass, turns a corner quickly. Too strong off the glass. Good look there for the Battlecats, just unable to capitalize. Now Brady Perkins, Perkins to Morris. Now here's Hooks in the corner. Hooks, no good on the floater. Rebound pulled out of there by the Battlecats. That's a 10-second violation.
All Ohio doing a terrific job on the defensive end. You've seen multiple steals, deflections in the backcourt, and now they're forcing the 10-second call with a one-on-one matchup there. Sierra Hooks and Nia Ahart are two of the more promising guards, guard tandems, I should say, in all of the nation. But I think it's worth mentioning some of these other All-Ohio guards that we're seeing here today, specifically number 4, Destiny Perkins, coming in here playing very well early on. And, of course, Chantel Bostic as well. So talk about balance, within a team. Coach Bethea definitely has that.
We see Hooks get the pass up ahead and finish with the easy layup drill. Nearly another steal by All Ohio, but they're going to be called for the foul. Then you talked about some of the guards as far as Ahart, Hooks, some of the other pieces Coach Bethea has at his disposal. Then you've also got number 3, Amani Burke, who I think has done a good job on the boards and being a spark plug on the defensive end here so far in this game. Got a couple early buckets as well.
Burke is definitely a talented prospect and a kid that comes in and contributes consistently. And speaking of consistent, Nia Ahart hits that pull-up jumper. Ahart's already given her verbal commitment to Seton Hall. Coach Bozzella over there after a fine summer last year, she picked up the offer and accepted, and she'll be a Pirate in the future.
Ahart and her team ahead 10 points here with 2:47 left to play as that All Ohio pressure taking its toll. We said that would be something to keep an eye on as the game went on. We can already see it having an effect here in the first half as the lead is now double digits. Burke to inbound. Mowbray over to Perkins. Burke can't get the shot to go. It'll be last touch by All Ohio and back over to Michigan.
Speaking of basketball bloodlines, you mentioned Chelsea Mitchell. Here, Amani Burke has some NBA bloodlines in her family. Her brother, Trey Burke, plays for the Utah Jazz and, of course, played his college basketball at Michigan. So the Midwest connection here all the way around at the Midwest Showdown.
No kidding. The All Ohio Black up 10. We'll take a short break and come back. 2 minutes, 37 seconds left to play here in the first half. back out of the timeout. 10-point advantage for the host, All Ohio girls basketball. They are in control and looking to assert their will even more as this first half comes to a close. We're at the 2-minute, 30-second mark. Marcus Burnett joined by J.L. Hemingway. Nice job of answering out of the timeout as the Battlecats come and get the mid-range jumper.
Yeah, just an 8-point lead here for All Ohio. The Bearcats have got to find a way to keep this game close. But if Amani Burke and Coach Bethea have anything to say about this, they're going to try to stretch this out to a double-digit lead heading into halftime. And another turnover off of the full-court press for All Ohio.
That last jumper was knocked down by Maddie Daly of the Battlecats. I'd like to see Daly try to do more things there on the offensive end for them. But All Ohio is making it very tough for them just to cross the timeline, as you've been able to see there on that last play and just throughout this game period. Splits the pair of free throws. Two minutes on the dot left to play in this one. If you're the Battlecats, it's been a tough first half, even though you had a modest lead early on. But if you can go in at halftime, one, you get a breather for a squad that could use it. Two, if you can only be down within 8 to 10 points still in striking distance, that's not a bad scenario here for the squad. Coach Anthony Allen.
Yeah, no question. And they're going to have to find some rhythm on the offensive end, clearly. Got to find where their shots are going to come from, who is going to be taking, the multitude of those shots. And I really think it starts with handling that full court pressure from All Ohio. If they can break it, maybe they can get some easy buckets, turn the momentum.
All Ohio working it on the inside. Light work, slight work in there for Tyler Bennett. Lead is now 12, 15 to 27. Daly has it stripped by Burke. Another baseline drive there. This time it was Mowbray. She misses. Bennett in her second effort, unable to cash in as well. Good work on the offensive glass for All Ohio. They don't come away with the points. Number 12, Sammy McCarthy, checks back into the game for the Battlecats.
Now this is interesting. Tyler Bennett guarding the point guard here. A good job there by McCarthy running the ball screen, the pick and roll with the center and their long arms, and is still able to deliver the ball on point. And the Battlecats going to draw a foul here.
The deficit is 12 points, able to try and cut into that. At the free throw line, first one's good. The more free throws you can get, and this applies for any team regardless of the game or the matchup, but especially in this case, if you're the Battlecats, the more trips to the free throw line you can get, the better.
You're right about that. Stops the clock, and especially a team that's a little light on the bench here this weekend. Get to rest, and they're free.
All Ohio defense has been stingy here up to this point. Ahart is all over the ball there on that one. They get rid of it, but right to the All Ohio bench. So another turnover forced by the host All Ohio. Michigan Battlecats, the home team on the scoreboard there with the white jerseys. Final 6 seconds or so of the first half. Three-pointer from the corner by Burke is off the mark, and that is going to do it for the first half. All Ohio in full control of this one. We'll see how the Battlecats respond after halftime. Second half ready to get started here at the Midwest Showdown. All Ohio playing like you'd imagine a host team might play. They have a 10-point advantage here going into the second half, but the Battlecats have not been slouches either, despite not being on the long end of the stick as far as the score is concerned. They had a 1-point advantage over the first 6-7 minutes or so going on, but since then it's been all Ohio. As you see the nice move being made there by Amani Burke. A lot of talent here on this All-Ohio squad. Burke has been great on both ends for Coach J.B. Bethea here up to this point. The give and go, unable to be cashed in there by the Battlecats. Hooks with the rebound, and she's looking to push. Drops it off. First shot's no good. Tyler Bennett cleans up her miss there on the second one. Score 31-17, turning the corner and earning a trip to the charity stripe there is going to be Audrey Tomaszewski. Looks like that foul's called on the floor. So the Battlecats have it, no free throws coming. Barber with it up top now, guarded by Burke. Had a wide open look on the inside. Persistence pays off as they're able to get the deuce and make it 19-31. Burke off the mark on the three-pointer, rebounded there by Tomaszewski. That three-pointer no good. Sierra Hooks gets the rebound. Ahead to Burke. Burke leaves it just short. Looks like Bennett touched it last for All Ohio, but no, they're going to say it was poked away, poked out of Bennett's hand, so it will stay with All Ohio. So Monty Burke's going to get a breather. And they bring Victoria Morris back in. Morris, ball in her hands right now. Skip pass over to Hooks. Ahart with the mid-range. Too strong off the back of the rim. Morris is going to be the last one to touch it. You see Coach J.B. Bethea there making the argument that it was touched by the Battlecats last. Officials don't see it quite the same way, so it will go over to the Battlecats. Now in the hands of Barber. He's being guarded by Morris. Sets that one up for Daly. Daly had a couple jumpers go in the first half. Can't get that one to go as Hooks wrestles that one away. Jump ball will send it back to All Ohio. Ahart with it up top. You can see All Ohio figuring out what they want to run here. Ahart directing traffic. Swings it to the corner. First shot short. Bennett can't get her attempt to go. Tomaszewski finally pulls it out of there. Strong take, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds there by Mowbray. The Battlecats inbounding there along the baseline. Daly with the catch and shoot. No good. Quick ricochet there off the bottom of the rim. Rolls off of Hooks. So it will stay with Michigan. Pass ahead is saved by All Ohio, but right to Tomaszewski of Michigan as the Battlecats get it back. You look at this type of game, you can easily see Coach Bethea and All Ohio focused on making sure that they stay sharp while it's still anyone's game. Plenty of time left with just over 12 minutes left. All Ohio has been in control of this one. And you can see it being one of those scenarios to where not only do they want to take care of the task at hand as far as the Battlecats in this game, but wanting to be sharp and make sure they take good momentum into the rest of pool play and what will be bracket play starting tomorrow. Skip pass over to Mowbray. Mowbray short on the shot. Barber having to work so hard to get around the quick as well as relatively long defenders of All Ohio. Gets the assist there as that three splashed from the corner by Sammy McCarthy. And just like that, McCarthy makes it a single-digit deficit. So you talk about all the kudos we've given all Ohio Black, and rightly so, here in this game. And even though the Battlecats have struggled, they're still within 9 points. Checking back in for All Ohio, number 4, Destiny Perkins. Number 2, Chantel Bostic. It looks like Michaela Cobb will check in for the shooter, Bennett. If Bennett is able to knock down this free throw, she does. Get it to go, and she'll have a seat. Michaela Cobb checks back in. Tomaszewski up top, guarded by Cobb. Is able to get around her, but Mowbray with the block. That play right there is a good synopsis of how the game has gone to this point. You see good defense being played by Cobb. Tomaszewski's able to get around her, and just as she thinks she has a layup right there, you've got Samari Mowbray right there to block it out of bounds. It's been the Battlecats playing hard. It's just been All Ohio able to use their firepower on both ends to be able to prevent any attempt of being able to close this gap. Bostic with the steal, loses it for a second, but regains it. Here's Perkins, crosses over and kicks it to the corner. Mowbray thinks a second, misses the shot. Cobb has it stripped away. Battlecats off and running. Layup's going to be finished on the other end. Sammy McCarthy had a three-pointer a couple possessions ago. There she gets the deuce. Makes it a 24-32 ball game. First free throw good for Morris. Second one is missed, and the Battlecats bring it the other way. Cross-court pass, Michaela Cobb is all over it. But the Battlecats get it back. Cobb not giving up on the play, goes there, refuses to give up the layup. As All Ohio comes the other way. Bostic gonna dial up a three-pointer. It's off the mark. And it will go back over to the Battlecats. $10 minutes, 2 seconds left to play here in the game. That was nearly stolen. The Battlecats barely were able to get it in and avoid a 5-second violation. It was almost taken away by Mowbray, but she stepped out of bounds trying to save it. You can just see how hard All Ohio is making the Battlecats work just to get it across the timeline. Not to mention having to try to run some sort of offense with the shot clock being a factor. That potential 4-point play is always a good thing to have, especially if you're down and trying to close the gap. That makes it a 6-point game. We take a look back at that one. So not only did they work that hard to get it across and avoid the 10-second violation, you see Cobb trying to contest there. Definitely a foul, and you see the 3-point play there for the Battlecats. Mowbray comes right back and gets those 3 points for All Ohio, pushing the lead back to 9. Battlecats still fighting and seeing more momentum on the offensive end, but not at a point where they can really trade buckets with All Ohio Black. Checking back into the game for All Ohio, number 3, Amani Burke. As Mowbray has a seat. Cobb gets it over to the corner. That three-pointer off the mark. Another rebound for Burke. Morris to Perkins. Perkins uses the Cobb screen. Now she'll kick it to Burke. Bostic with the rebound and the finish on the inside. Bostic, one of the solid guards here for Coach JB and All Ohio, there with the helmet and lunch pail rebound and bucket inside. Then coming down and converging on that block attempt with Burke. Burke to Perkins. Perkins leaves it short, but another rebound by one of the All Ohio guards on the inside. That was Morris. Couldn't get that shot to go, but they're just having at it on the offensive glass. It's an 11-point game with just over 8 minutes left to play. Perkins kicks it out to Morris. Morris knocks down the three. Lead pushed to 14. Tomaszewski trying to score on Burke. Looks like Burke will be called for the foul. First free throw is good for Tomaszewski. Nia Ahart checks back into the game, number 5 for All Ohio. Tomaszewski good on the second free throw. Ahart to Burke. Burke with the 2. Monty Burke continuing to play well here for All Ohio. Done a great job of really just letting the game come to her. Not only has she set the tone with rebounding and defense, but can score it. Hasn't forced any shots. Has taken everything within the flow of the offense. Really, that's been the All Ohio MO this entire game. Selfless play, moving the ball around. Trying to pass up the good shot to get a great shot. It always helps when you've been able to play the kind of defense that they've played, not really giving up much and really making the Bearcats work. Hooks for 3. No good on the shot, but the Battlecats turn it over there on the outlet pass. Good hustle on the rebound there for number 32 for the Battlecats. Not only having to fend off post players and those trying to rebound inside, but this guard core for All Ohio has attacked the offensive glass as well. So she's worked to get every rebound she's gotten. McCarthy takes it out. String music from the top of the key. Sierra Hooks is fouled. Will go to the line to shoot 2. That last play, the Battlecats just haven't seen enough of it. You see them get an offensive rebound. McCarthy goes out. Probably wasn't used to having that much space. And she takes advantage of it there with the 3. Hooks gets the second free throw to make it 32-44. 5 minutes, 40 seconds, and counting left to play in this one. Nice cut by Tomaszewski. Bostic gets the block. And they get that score. There was some confusion as to whether or not the shot clock violation was in order if they got the score in time, and they were able to. Morris with the 3 from the corner. Tomaszewski right back for the Battlecats. Plenty of battle in these Battlecats. All Ohio has been in control. Too much firepower on both ends, but the Battlecats not really letting them just tail away to where this game hasn't been one that they could come back and get. I tell you what, Amani Burke is cooking out here today. She's went to the rack. She's knocked down a few mid-range jumpers there. Tickling the twine from three-point land. Making it a 36-50 game in the process. Hook's going to be called for the reach-in foul there. We have 3 more game webcasts for you here on day 1 of the Midwest Showdown. And later this evening, we'll have the webcast scheduled for tomorrow posted for you as well. So stick with us all weekend if you can't make it out here to the beautiful facility. Courts for Sports. Always a great event all around, put on by Coach J.B. Bethea and the All-Ohio basketball program. Here on the girls' side. Ahart to Bennett. Bennett able to show a little bit of touch there. Makes it 36-52. Barber with the drive, tries to get it to number 32. The pass is broken up, but McCarthy able to pick up the pieces. Looks like Burke got a hand on that one, therefore the block. Hooks pushing it the other way, coast to coast. Bennett to Hooks. The southpaw knocks down the 2-pointer. 36-56 is the lead. 20-point game. So All Ohio will be called for another foul. Ahart continuing to provide the pressure. 5 versus 5 there in that guard matchup. We're under the 2-minute mark. 20-point game. Tomaszewski has it. Barber kicks it out to Daly. Daly with the elbow jumper, no good. Bennett with the rebound. Ahart short on the three-pointer, still going to the deck to dive and get it. There was Bennett. Instead, Bennett and Tomaszewski tie up will result in a jump ball, and it'll go over to the Battlecats. Wonder what part of Michigan the Battlecats are out of, given the battle in the title. I would say Battle Creek is a good guess. Battle Creek, home of Kellogg's, the famous cereal brand. Different brand, but it's safe to say all Ohio ate their Wheaties coming into this one. We'll take a short break with this timeout and be back. Final 51 seconds here at the Midwest Showdown. Back out of the timeout. Battlecats trying to finish strong. Maddie Daly gets the bucket on the inside. That'll make it 38-56. Bring that deficit under 20. 17 seconds on the shot clock here for All Ohio, just being patient, moving it around. Hooks wanted to go inside to Bennett. That was cut off, so instead it's an Ahart two-pointer. It's no good. Jump ball will keep it with All Ohio. More likely than not, we'll probably see All Ohio just hold this here. Shot clock's off. As we've struck 3 zeros on the clock, that will do it. The final score, All Ohio Black 56, the Battlecats 38 here at the Midwest Showdown. Stick with us. We'll have 3 more pool play games on today, as well as a cluster of games on Sunday and Monday. Appreciate you joining us here on SUVtv. Signing off until next game.